Okay, let's turn around. All right. All right, so we are back with Chief today, and we are going to start the saddle introduction. Chief has been through the surcingle and the bumpers and has done very well. And I like to do a lot of that, so when I go to put the saddle on, it's not an issue, and that's what I'm hoping for today. I don't want a horse to buck it out. I don't want to plant that in the horse's mind that they can buck. I prefer to avoid that at all costs. So that's why it's so important to spend that time with the surcingle, the bumpers, and desensitizing your horse. I'm going to be putting the saddle on today, going to be cinching it up. We're going to see how it goes. So I'm going to ask him to stand ground tie, and I'll be right back with the saddle. Stand. Back. Boy, I'm not mad at you. Just want you to understand that I do mean what I say, okay? You can trust that I will always mean what I say, and you can always be confident of what will happen, that I'm predictable. All right? Okay, stand. Stand. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Very good. So at this point, you've spent some time, a lot of time, desensitizing to the tarp, which really helps get the saddle pad on. I'm going to let him smell that. He's had his blanket on now, his horse blanket. So he's used to having a lot of things on his body. And he's had that surcingle quite a bit and the bumper. So I'm letting him smell, and I use an old pad that my other horses have worn. You can see it's dirty. I want to use an old saddle, an old pad, an old girth, so that horse can smell other horses and not be afraid of it. Now I will apply the saddle either on the near side or the off side. It doesn't matter. I want to be able to tack up that horse no matter what side. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it on the near side with the pad. Good boy. Good boy. I'm going to let him smell this. Good job. I'm going to go ahead and swing it. I like to swing from my hip as a woman. My strength is above my arms here. Not here, but here. So I'm going to swing. It's all right. He's checking that out. You want to smell that again? That's fine. Definitely want to encourage that curiosity. He wants to check it out. No nibbling on it, though. And now I'm going to come over here, and I use a light saddle, so it's real easy for me. Anyways, light for the horse, under 15 pounds. I'm going to swing up and over, which he should be used to because we've had plastic bags, we've had the flag, the tarp, all of that. Can you please step forward? Step, step. Good. I don't release my pressure until I get what I ask. Good boy. I want you to stand. That blanket's still in place. All right. Now I'm going to up and over, up and over. Good boy. And this is like no-brainer for him. Shouldn't be a big issue. So as his first introduction set, I'm just going to let that sit there for a minute. He's licking and chewing on that, going, oh, that's interesting. Something's on me. He's had lots of things on him. I've laid on him. I've done a lot of my jump-a-joe. So he's used to having stuff on his back. And this should be really no big deal. If it's a big deal, then I need to go back and do more work on the ground, more desensitizing. But I'm hoping this isn't going to be a big deal. So love him up, good boy. Now I'm going to pick up the lead rope, because as I cinch, if he does go into a buck, I need to be able to pull him around so he doesn't go taking off. Real important too, that when you cinch the saddle, you cinch it good. Because if your horse does all of a sudden go into buck, you don't want that saddle rolling under that horse, because then you've got that to deal with, the poor meltdown, the fear in the brain. You have to undo that. So I'm going to make sure when I cinch this up, I'm going to cinch tight. We've already been through tight cinches with the surcingle. This should not be a big deal. Good boy. So I'm just going to reach under, love his belly. There you go. Pull that up. There you go. Now I'm going to put this lead rope over my shoulder so I can grab it if I need to. Good boy. Now when I cinch a horse, when I go for a trail ride, I'll cinch over 2 or 3 times. I'm not going to cut him in half, but I'm going to make sure that when I cinch this saddle is not going to roll on me. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to turn around a little bit. You step over. There you go. Oh, he's going, oh, what is this? Turn around for me, please. There, good. Now I just have it loose. I could grab it if I needed to if all of a sudden he freaked out, but he shouldn't be freaking out at this point. This should be a real no-brainer for him. Good boy. But he is curious about it. Yeah, let me love you. You're a good boy. All right. So here we go. Good boy. Now I'm going to pull up a little bit, and then I'm going to release. So it's kind of touch retreat at first. Good boy. It's no big deal. He's already had this with the surcingle. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to cinch. He's a little concerned. Oh boy, oh boy. Ho, ho. And I'm not going to get after him about moving at this point. Ho, ho. I'm going to hold that. Good boy. You're all right. You're all right. I'm going to hold. Ho. Good, good boy. Now I'm going to loosen it real fast. There. Kind of a touch and retreat, a desensitizing approach. Good boy. Good boy. Because he started kind of getting a little humpity in his belly. No, I don't want to cause a buck. You're all right. Good boy. Straighten that saddle out a little bit more. Good job. Now I'm going to go cinch it up. Try to get it to number 3. Easy boy. Easy boy. There you go. There you go. Easy boy. There you go. Easy there. Easy there. All right. Now we've got it. I'm going to take that fender down. All right. Now I'm going to stand back. Make sure, in case he all of a sudden goes into a tantrum, I'm out of the way. Good boy. Back him up a little bit. Good. Good. This is exactly what I wanted. No meltdown. No drama. Very good. He's looking at me like, what? So later we'll work on wiggling when we cinch. Now's not the time to do that. You don't want to correct that. You just want to get the saddle cinched and get out of the way. Good boy. He's licking and chewing on that. Let me love you for that. Let me love you for that. Very nice. Very nice. So now I'm going to lunge him because I want to get out of the way. As he feels that saddle on him, he might go into a buck, so I definitely want to be lunging. I don't want to be going to the safe and loving place, that kind of thing at this point. So I'm going to ask him to go. Good boy. Good job. And if you have any reason to think your horse is going to have a meltdown over this, you need to go back, do your surcingle, and prepare better for this saddle. This saddle should not be an issue, and it has paid off the time that I've spent on the ground with him. Good boy, look at that. Very good. He's kind of like going a little slow, not quite sure. What is that? That kind of feels weird. Change direction. 1, 2, and 3. Good boy. Good boy. Very nice. I know he's being very careful. He's like, this feels weird. Yeah, but you know, he's had the cinch before, so it's not a big deal. In that respect, I think it's just he hasn't had something all the way to his flank, and he's feeling that back there. That feels odd. Now we're going to do a 1 rein stop. Pull that nose. Oh, very good. Very, very good. You're doing great. You're doing great. I'm so glad. Yeah, what do you think of that? Not a big deal? Is that not a big deal, huh? You're doing a great job. All right, let's lunge a little bit more, but I want a little more speed. No, you need to get back. You need to get back. And sometimes the horse will go into a buck when they back up. They kind of freak out. So you need to make sure that you're out of the way and you get that horse under control. If he went into a silly buck, then I would yank on that lead rope, hey, 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 and get his attention. Now I want him to trot. Trot, trot. Good, good. If he's going to have a buck, he's going to do it in a trot. Good job. If you've done your work, this really shouldn't be an issue. Come on. Oh, there you go. That's what I wanted. Good boy. Good boy. And 1, and 2, and 3. Get going. Good boy. Yes. Get going. You need to get going. Get going. I mean it. I mean it. There you go. Get going. Good job. Good job. Get going. Good boy. All right. Next thing we want to move to is desensitizing of the saddle.